Hey guys, this is Long Night Entertainment. I'm Mycosa, and we're back for what should be this week's last video log. Um, I was originally going to do the drawing on the comments and whatnot. Because I've been keeping these short, I'm actually going to hold off on that and do the drawing during tomorrow's live stream, in between Hearthstone matches. I'm going to do Hearthstone again for tomorrow, and I'm going to do the drawings and whatnot in between that. There were so many comments and everything that I I tried to fit them all in a hat, and my hat kind of became the sorting hat from Hogwarts, from Harry Potter. It started cursing at me. Yeah. So I'm going to use a program to put the entries in. I'll do the whole thing as like a proper little thing. And tomorrow's live stream is going to be a bit longer. And in between each match, I'm going to do the 4 drawings. So the first match, drawing 1. Second match, drawing 2. I'm going to do a total of 4 matches, and then we're going to close things off on each match with a drawing for that. I'm hoping people tune in, but don't worry, you're not ineligible if you don't tune in and come see it later. But come see the live stream, even if it's the video, if you want to catch seeing that, and I will have an announcement on the winners below in the description after the live stream. They'll have a week to get back to me, and then they should receive a $20 gift card for Steam at not at the end of that week, but the week after. They'll have that week to get back to me, and we'll make arrangements. I want to give people time to do so, me time to acquire money. If I can handle it faster, so be it. But everyone should receive their winning for the drawing no later than the 21st of this month. And I thank you all for your patience on that. I want to give time to do things properly, tally everything properly. I'm not doing a contest this month, specifically because I want to take time to do things right here. I'll be starting something next month again, probably on a weekly basis rather than a monthly, to give people a better chance for, well, okay then. Someone wanted my attention. Here, hop down, good bird. No, 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 don't, oh dear. He prefers to sit on my hand, but yes, I know, but I actually need my hands for this. But yeah, I'm looking at a calendar now, should be no later than the 21st. Now, I talked this week, again, just a quick recap, about what I've taken to calling the growth through interaction method. And if you're just tuning into this one, I recommend going through and just watching those videos. The total of them, all 6 of them, all 5 of them rather, it's not even an hour, and listen to it double time, you won't miss out on anything there. Less than half an hour, I think it's worth listening to. But again, just to give a quick recap, a too long didn't read version. Number 1, sub for sub without interaction isn't going to get you anywhere. Number 2, when you trade subs, you don't just want to spam everything out. That's right, it won't. You don't just want to spam channels. You want to look for people who are interactive, and you want to interact with them. Yes, ask them if they're willing to trade a subscription with you, but make it worth it. Don't be just a spammed thing and a faceless number. Invite them into your community. Tell them you're starting off and trying to grow a community. Don't expect them to come immediately, and prove you're serious about it. Join their community. Seriously, I need this hand. Seriously, join their community. Interact, comment, watch the video, even if you watch it in double time. Number 3, keep interacting. Seek out people who interact. Build a community. Build what you're looking for. If you build it, they will come, like that old movie said. I apologize for the coughing if you can hear it in the background. We kind of have people very sick. Now, if the video on this looks a little different, it's because I'm actually using OBS to record this. You guys will see why in a moment. Because what I just summarized really is the growth through interaction method, right there. Seek out people who are interactive, encourage interaction, and proactively interact. don't be aggressive. And for a bit more detail, feel free to go back on the previous ones. But I had said today I would show some tools that should be helpful for this. And so I am. The first tool I want to show you guys is actually this one. This is Open Broadcast Software. I'm going to kind of flash my own face out of this a moment. It's a program for recording, live streaming. It's got many powerful options and a very active user base. Scrolling down here, but as you can see, it does offer good features. It's commonly used for YouTube, Hitbox, and Twitch. It doesn't offer, that I can tell, multi-platform streaming, but there are services that allow for that. I haven't really toyed much with those yet. I mostly go to, just to point to it, YouTube gaming itself. But I find that this is the best and most memory low impact recording software I found. As long as you set the bitrate for your recording to be at a good rate, then you should find that the results are quite good. I personally record at 8,000 kilobytes per second. Right now I stream at only 500 to keep things stable. But if you got a direct cable connection, you can probably do a lot better than that. Now, this is for recording, but you may find you need to work with the audio. And for that, I find that the best program for this is going to be Audacity. I just switched to it here. And I find that one works well for editing, adjusting, making fixes. If you're looking for inexpensive options, this is the best one I found that offers this without having to pay a single penny. Obviously, they have donations, and they're worth it. You can see their little donate thing right there. But again, they offer some great options. They are multi-language, since I know some of my viewers are not in America or don't speak English as a primary language. That's fine. They are frequently updated. The most recent update here was from 2016, but they do offer bug fixes, things like that. And they offer excellent options for changing, adjusting, and even getting audio separate from the video to work with. If you find that your video is out of sync with your audio and you need to fix it in your software, this can be a great way for the free softwares to extract the audio from the video, mute the original, and do the fixes you need to do from here. It is excellent. I can't stress hard enough that why is there a thing that, oh, it's because the window's only from there. Well, that's fine, that's fine. Now, pardon me. Boop. Boop. With that, you have the recording software you need. But editing is often an issue. And there's plenty of great editing softwares for, that obviously costs money. But many people are trying to do this on a budget. For that option, my recommendation is going to be, without a doubt, Windows Movie Maker. In my opinion, an unsung hero in the Windows suite. I used it myself for a number of years. With a little practice and just making sure you save frequently, I found it to be, yes, that is very good. I found it to be an invaluable tool. I found it to be extremely helpful and efficient. It gives many good options. You can bring in an audio and a video track. If you need to adjust the audio, you can extract the audio with Audacity and import that in to line things up. It does offer transitions. It does a good job. It really does. I've been able to use it to make various video montages and just picture montages. I find it does, like I keep saying, a good job. And ultimately, what you're looking for more often than not is just something that will get the job done, make something that looks to be of good quality without breaking the bank. Now with that, you've got your tools you need to record and to edit at no charge. Obviously, there are options that combine these that do cost money. I myself use Adobe Premiere. I know that the FUD Factory swears by Sony Vegas, I believe. And those are good programs. Highly recommended. But, well, they cost money, and a lot of new YouTubers, they're doing this as a hobby on their free time. They don't have $1,000 to spend on these things. Now that we've gone to that, we come to managing your account, managing your subscriptions. And for me, this may surprise you, but I actually find a website does a great job for helping me keep track of subscriptions, keep track of who updates, new updates, all those sorts of things. And where that's concerned, my personal favorite is a website called Feedly, right here. It's very helpful. You can organize things by categories. I made the categories that you see below here, right here. There's a little, let me move my face really quick. Boop, boop. But there's a plus sign there that you use to add an RSS feed. You go to someone's subscription, you hit that, and you just paste their subscription right there, their channel right there. And you can add it to any of your chosen categories. I choose to put my supported Let's Players into a category called Supported Let's Players, and it shows everyone's updates in order right here. You can sort them by oldest, latest. Oh dear, nephew's crying. Sorry about that. But we're almost done here either way, no worries there. You can sort them by the date. You can change them to a title-only view. You can change them to a cards view, which gives them like this. You can do a full article view, where it shows them each one like this, with options for sharing them. Back up to here. Where's my drop down? Now, here we go. I personally prefer magazine view. Gives me a nice scrolling option for it. And you can set an individual one, like, for example, let's look at, here we go, Fishfine. I can see him in order based on time, or I can change that order going to latest. So now, the next time I view it, it'll show his most recent. This is excellent if you're trying to stay on top of the most recent videos. And I can view the whole category if I want, sorting it, if I wish, by the latest or the latest and most popular. So I can see who's been getting the most views of the latest ones on a daily basis. It is a very powerful tool and a very useful one, I found. And it's purely online, based solely on RSS feeds. I can't stress hard enough how useful that is in keeping track of who I'm trying to follow and who I'm trying to support. You can put different categories, sort them by game type, and just add them there. You can put people in multiple feeds and categories. Keeping track of your subscriptions and staying on top of it and being is vital to commenting and interacting on a daily basis. Can't stress hard enough how useful that is. Lastly, there's going over and keeping track of your daily comments and building your social network. For that, the first thing I recommend, honestly, is the YouTube Studio itself. It does a good job for keeping track of these things and staying on top of it, with, of course, whole views on the analytics. 1 minute. Boop, boop, boop. Forgot to do that. Pardon me. Ah, there we go. And transition. As I said, you can view the analytics, see your gains and losses. You can view your dashboard and customize it to get a full regular view of everything. I lost someone. No biggie. Things will grow. Things will grow. You can get a snapshot of comments, of course, including of people who don't get the hint of what I've been saying this whole week. I'm looking at you. And for community, you can get a good view of what's been going on with people's comments and track them accordingly, reply accordingly for everything that's on your specific channel. It helps, in addition to that, to be able to track this on the go. And for that, I can't stress the usefulness of the YouTube Creator app, which you can download for Android or Apple. Boop. It is extremely helpful and lets you view these things on the go, which can be very helpful for prompt replying. Can't stress the importance of that well enough. Oh, look how fluffy he is. Those two combined make for a good way to stay on top of things on the YouTube end of it. And there's options, as it's showing here, to run that Creator app, that Studio app from the desktop. I myself am currently on appsforpcapk.com/youtube-creator-studio-pc, and you can find it by just doing a Google search of YouTube Creator Studio PC. It's not hard. It'll give you instructions for ways to accomplish that. It is also important to manage your Twitter account. I can't stress this enough. You want to be able to do that. And for that, you want to be able to schedule things, to sort things, to deal with your messages. And for that, my recommendation for a free option that does a good job is to go with a thing called TweetDeck. It gives you a nice arrangement, as you can see here, letting you list things by your homepage, notifications, messages, activity. There are options to organize and schedule your tweets, to space things out over the course of the day. This is very important. I know there are other options available as well for Instagram, for Facebook. That can be helpful as well, and I do think after you get bigger than a certain size, it's definitely worth it to consider a Facebook group, an Instagram, a proper website, maybe even a store. For there, I found Squarespace.com to be quite good. I'm going to be opening one of those up myself over the course of the next week. I'm still in the process of getting all this set up, but those are very good. These are the tools I use to stay on top of my tweets, stay on top of my YouTube comments, to organize and reply quickly, to be able to spot the newest videos and the oldest videos, and a bunch of free editing options. Now, that all being said, there are some paid options that are good choices. For example, I have Adobe Premiere Elements. Is that what that is? Hang on, let me just hover here. Boop, boop. What are you going to... Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Center. I've got the most recent edition. I keep it updated. It costs me a little over $20 a month. Spare than spending literally multiple hundreds of dollars that I don't have to buy the current edition and then upgrade the editions as they come out. For just one user, it's a better option for me. There's also a program you could use called, and I'm going to it right now. Pardon me. Boop. And boop. Called HootSuite. It's about $10 a month. just to show you here. And it does indeed have options for Twitter, for multiple social media accounts actually, for YouTube as well, for scheduling and for scheduling things, tracking performance like it says, a central location for applying and coordinating. It does have an excellent scheduling and organizational setup. I do recommend it. And the one user version is only $10 a month. That isn't bad at all. It does a good job. Oh, no, the wrong button. Sorry. Going back to the full thing. And boop. The two I mentioned there, plus HootSuite, those are the paid options. You'll find with Adobe Premiere, and I think Sony Vegas as well, that you won't need Movie Maker or Audacity because they do it. It's both of those in one. It handles that with more options. You'll find that with OBS, you don't need a lot of other recording softwares. You don't need a separate streaming one. That one's free, thankfully. You'll find that with HootSuite, a lot of the other managing options that I went over, you don't need. Some of them involve a money investment, and if you can afford it, it's a good option. But the free ones that I mentioned will accomplish it with multiple pieces over time. These are the tools that I use. These are the tools I make this happen with. And it's worth the time. If you're going to grow, you need to be proactive. And that's not just in interaction. That's in terms of getting what you need to do done, taking the time, getting the tools, learning the tools. Everything I showed you can be learned about with just a couple quick clicks. I mean, heck, if you want to go with the photo editing for thumbnails, then honestly what I use is, I kid you not, a combination of Microsoft Paint, of all things, and a program called GIMP, which does many of the same things that Adobe Photoshop does. Well, that was audible. Oh, goodness. Well, anyway, it seems my nephew has decided that I cannot record anymore. Oh, fun. But anyway, that's really all I can say on it. That's all the tools I can think of that you can use to really make this happen. And I hope that it helps. Don't be afraid to seek the advice of others. Don't be afraid to get input. Don't be afraid to come to my channel and interact and seek input. My channel has become a kind of gathering spot of multiple people who are honestly just trying to make this work. Generally speaking, we give advice, we try to offer help and assistance. And that's important. So if you have questions, if you need a little help, not in terms of, hey, can everyone come subscribe me, but hey, I need help with thumbnails, or hey, I don't know how to do this, come on down. If I can't help you, I think some of the other guys on here might be willing. Have discussions. Let's grow. That all being said, I think it's about time to call it quits on this. This one has been the longest, I think, of these little video blogs, and I hope it's not too long for you guys. But in any event, time to turn in, so thank you for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, give that like button a boop, and as always, thank you all for watching, and have yourselves a great day. Boop, boop, boop. Haha. Bye-bye.